Hey, thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of Rise, Grind, Repeat. Today we talk to local rapper Hercc. We get into how he can use digital marketing and social media to really grow the release of his new album. So lots of interesting tips and strategies and tactics on how to grow himself as a rapper. So we'd love to hear what you think. Let's hop right in. I am super excited to have you in, and so would love for you to kind of just introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you about? Yeah.
Okay, my name is Hercc. Born and raised out of Chandler, Arizona. I went to Chandler High School, graduated in 2015. Out of high school, I was playing football. That was my first passion, the first thing I wanted to do in my life. I had got a scholarship and went out to a D2 school out in Colorado.
Oh, nice. A little colder.
Yeah. It was weird because I spent like the summer in Arizona, but like the winter I spent in Colorado.
The extremes, the negative extremes of each location.
It was definitely a different experience, but things didn't work out. So I came home. Me and my brother, we built a studio not too far from here. It's like a mile on University and Priest. We built the studio right out there.
No, wait, where's it at? So I live off University and Priest, right behind that Rallies.
No, so like you go down the street and you know how there's the QT right here?
Yep.
You go down that street and there's like that first street and you bust a left on First Street. Yep. And it's down there.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's not too far from my house at all.
It's not that far.
So we come in and film or something.
We built up the studio, and ever since then it's just been going hard.
Nice. So when did you actually start rapping?
I think I'm going on my second year.
Second year, and what made you want to do? Is it something that you mess with for a while?
Yeah, like I always been around music around my whole life. Cause my brother, he's been having like keys, and he's been producing since he was in high school. Oh, so nice. Yeah, I always been around music my whole life. But it was just I didn't take serious. I didn't think it was for me. I remember just being at a young age, I made diss tracks to my older brothers. So
those are always the best.
Yeah. So we always been messing around with music, but it's just never. I didn't think it was for me. I always thought football was for me, and so when football didn't work out, we just came home and got to it. Nice.
Did your brother produce all the beats for you, or?
No, he hasn't. He didn't. What he didn't want to do, he didn't produce any of the beats on the EP. He didn't want to do anything for me until he saw that I was serious about my craft and that I really wanted to do this. And so, first, I have another EP or not another album dropping in the summer. It's all his beats.
Nice. Yeah, because I mean, you mentioned, we were talking before this, you just dropped an album, right? Yeah. Awesome. So kind of give some context around that. Like how did that become a thing? Like, how did you know that you wanted to do it? Like, what was it? What was the point where you go, this would be cool to, all right, let's go ahead and shoot this?
It was at the end of last year. At the beginning of last year is when we were just like, when I'm just starting out this rapping thing, just getting everything together. So I told myself I wasn't gonna like rush out a project or rush out any music. I'm gonna just get a feel for it for that first year. And so the first year I just built up a lot of songs, just stacking a lot of songs, and then at the end of the year, we put all like a little EP together, put little 6 songs together, and dropped the EP. I wanted to drop it like around my birthday.
When's your birthday?
It was on the 19th.
Gotcha.
But
close.
I think it dropped like that Monday.
Gotcha.
That Monday before.
So how was it coming up with all the songs? Like, what is the process to like? All right, these are the songs I know I want on this on the album. This is, how do you go through that process, or I guess how do you come up with your songs?
It's different because like for this EP, most of those songs are me reacting off different events happening to my life. Like when I made Believe, it was just like one of the lowest points of my rapping career. I just felt like down and just felt negative about everything. And so
was it just a feeling, or was there something that happened that made you feel that was it?
It's just a collective event. So it was just like things leading up to that situation and me feeling that way. Just different things happened in my life where it just felt like it wasn't for me, or where it felt like this rapping wasn't for me, or it felt like I wouldn't never make it or anything. I would never. I just felt down on myself, and so I wouldn't just made believe. I had to argue with my mom, and made No Way Jose. Big, I remember Big, my friend DJ, my boy DJ, he has a friend who made the beat. He's like, my friend makes beats, and the first beat he showed me is Big.
Yeah.
Out of like 5 beats, the first beat he showed me is Big. I was like, whoa, I need that right now. So yeah, he sent the beat over, and I think we got that song done like that same week or something. But I've been sitting on Big for about 9 months.
So were you just waiting for the right beat to come through? And
I mean, I was just waiting for like the right time.
Gotcha.
Just the right time, because I could put out a song, but it wouldn't have got the right attention that it deserved. I wanted to build like a little fan base, or build a little sort of core foundation before I even released any songs.
That makes sense. So I mean, after looking at some of the videos, I mean, that song Big, it looks like there was some more time and it looks like budget put into the production side of things. So why, like, how did that come to be? How, like, what company, I guess, was used, or like what was that process like
with the Big?
Yeah.
So I got the beat from my boy Drew. We went into the studio, laid down the track. My boy Willie, he's the dude that mixes all my songs. So I have 2 people that mix all my songs, my brother, and I have another engineer named Willie. Shout out to Willie. So I have my brother touch the songs first, and then I have Willie put like a little mix on it, add some flavor to it. I have my boy Tanner Serrano. He shot the video for Big. Went out to my boy O's house and made it happen. But is
he someone new that you use? Because like just the quality of the video looks a lot different than all the other videos that you have out there.
It was my first video.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so he's done everything for me except for the Yachty show, but he's done all my pictures, all my film, and everything like that. But I've been sticking with Tanner. I enjoy him.
Is it a tight crew? You guys are in it for the long haul?
That's what I wanted to do, is just build like a team, because it's hard to do this on your own.
Yep.
I mean, you're not gonna get far doing this on your own. And so as soon as I build that team, where everybody's on the same goal, and you build a team and you get a machine, and once that machine starts going, it keeps on flowing and flowing and flowing, and the machine can't stop.
Love it. Just a well-oiled machine, and everyone's doing their thing. It's. I mean, going back to probably why you see the importance of that is from playing football. I grew up playing baseball, played through college, and yeah, just having a team. And even before trying to move forward and doing everything that we're doing, I try to go slow and build a team before we went full speed ahead, because you can't do it alone, and you're only as good as your team is. And so, yeah, no, that's smart. Is there anything that you guys are missing now from the team? Yes. So here's your chance. What roles? What's out there? So when this gets out,
is that the marketing? Just the marketing is just, as we could have someone assist us with it.
What have you guys done anything from a marketing standpoint in terms of like how are you guys getting the songs out there?
It's all off just word of mouth right now. Word of mouth, and then just on social media. We're on social media heavy right now. But I've been saving up some money, getting things right, just to drop it all on the marketing. And so
nice.
I'm about to.
Nice. I mean, it's just going to be a focus.
I'm just about to drop a lot of money and just try to get everything on different social media sites and different pages. Just get as many ears as we can.
Nice. So, I mean, you mentioned Lil Yachty. That's pretty interesting. How did that whole thing come to be? And that was here in Phoenix?
Yeah, that was here in Phoenix, out at the Celebrity Theater. My boy DJ Ware, he's a promoter. So he brings out different celebrities with different artists. And every time he has an artist, he brings out, he gives me the opportunity to open up for him.
That's cool.
And so, yes. And so, shout out to DJ. He got us plugged in with the Yachty show. I thought I was like one of the best, other than Yachty, it was like one of the best performances I've had.
Even on top of Yachty, you were the best.
Even on top of the Yachty, man. But yeah, it was just a different experience. Just seeing all those people light up the crowd, and
I bet. Was that the biggest crowd that you've performed in front of?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Was your heart pumping a little bit before you got up there?
Nah. At first, when I first started performing, I would get a little bit nervous and I'll be like sweaty and jittery and stuff. But not anymore. It's just like second nature to me now. I feel comfortable on the stage.
Nice. Do you have any big artists that you're gonna be opening up for coming up?
I will be at South by Southwest out in Austin, Texas.
Austin?
Yeah.
Really?
March 15th.
That's where you can meet your boy Gary Vee. That's for
hopefully
sure.
I see him. Man.
That's where he blew up.
Hopefully I see him. Yeah. So I'm gonna be out there at Austin, performing. I'm gonna be doing a lot of
So you're
marketing.
performing at South by Southwest?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
March 15th.
March 15th. Is your team going out there to capture all that content?
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
That's where it's at, because it's.
Well, I'm gonna have if it's not my team, I have some people I know out in Texas that if I can get them. Out there.
You should.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
can definitely get that filmed.
So there's some cool things you can do. Like, if it'd be cool with the artist, like you could have some of the videos and stuff next to, like with you and Lil Yachty, take your lyrics, have the lyrics overlay on the video, so you have you and him together, and then target fans of Lil Yachty like on Facebook, and then it's like they see him and go, oh wait, who's this? And then that's how you kind of hit into who are you going to be performing with, and then just make sure you have people documenting that, because you could take little 15-second clips and then just take the most fire lyrics, and those are your 15 seconds, and then hey, swipe up to listen to more, whatever it may be, and
just something that'll catch their attention, and they're like, I hear you on that.
I'm sure you go through social media, and then there'll be those things where you're going, and then stop and look, and it's the things that you stop and look at are things that you like. And so it's if you're a diehard Lil Yachty fan, and then there's a sweet video of him, and then it's like, hey, check me out, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, who is this guy with one of my favorite rappers or whatever it may be? And then it just gives them insight into, oh, well, these are cool lyrics. This sounds good. Let me listen to more. They listen to one song, then two, then three, and then they like it. And it's just it's a good way to use the people you're going to be opening up for and reaching their fans, and just cross-promoting who you are and leveraging their fan base to get your music out there. Do you have any plans on what you're doing from a marketing perspective at all? I know it's complicated. It's all, it's the more I'm talking to people, that's where it's, I know I need to be doing it, but where to start, how to do it.
I know that it's a big part of the like this music industry and music business, but I just need to get like a foundation on where to start, or not even like where to start, just a plan. As soon as we get a plan, put it in place. Yeah, we'll be moving forward on everything.
I mean, maybe after this, we could chat, but maybe you can come in and do more podcasts, and it's more like, what are you doing now? Maybe you can do this, and this next week or 2 weeks, and then next week you come in, we do another podcast. What'd you do? And then it's that way. It's like we're getting content on showing people, because that's the whole goal of this, and what we're doing is giving people insight into how we think and how we create strategy around marketing. And so it would give people insight into, all right, it was just an idea, but now every week we're going over new things, like, all right, we want to get on Snapchat more. This is what we can do. We want to get here more. We want to leverage this video. And basically it's what can we do next to get you to the next level? And basically, it's I want you to use as much of your money to get out there, and if it's doing this so that you don't have to pay us for consultation and all that, like we're getting content, now you can use more to run it on Facebook or Instagram ads, whatever it may be. But it'd be something that I would love chatting about, which kind of gets me to the next point. And he brought up this question, which I absolutely love. So there's more and more, you see it more and more. There's the whole go independent or label. At one point, I think that labels used to be huge. It's the only way to get distribution and get your music out there. But now I think there's so many channels. Like, what are your thoughts on have you thought about whether you're going to try and go with a label or stay independent? Or
I've gotten 2 offers from different record companies, or not like big time record companies, but like smaller ones, that just try to offer me a deal. As I wouldn't say I wouldn't sign a deal, but at the same point, I'm not just going to rush into one and then be stuck in that deal for the rest of my life, or be in a bad deal. I'm looking more for a distribution and think it's like a marketing distribution deal, from like an Interscope or Empire or a big company. Just
So would they fund the distribution or just
they would just do the distribution deal.
Gotcha.
That's all I want.
Gotcha.
Because
and how do most of the labels work? Like, do they sign you for life and like, hey, you're giving us 51% of what you make?
I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. Like the couple of deals I got, they try to lock you in for like a certain amount of like albums.
Gotcha.
And then like they say for like next you make 2-3 albums with us, and
get it out there.
And then the thing that they wanted to do 80-20% with me, like.
Oh, so you get 80 or they get 80?
They get 80.
Wow. Yeah. But I mean, when you're not making any money off of it right now, I mean, hey, yeah, we'll get 80%, but we'll also make him like $1 million. And so 80 doesn't seem as big until you get big, and then you go, oh wait, I just made $1 million, but I had to give 800 grand to them, and and that's why I'm so fascinated by it, because of the power of the social ads and Google and YouTube and everything that's out there. Like, for example, I mean, you could take clips of any of your songs, and on YouTube, when someone types in a particular artist or genre or song or whatever, you could put a 15-second, 30-second video in front of there, and like, it's amazing. Like, you know those ones where you can skip in 5 seconds? Mm-hmm. Like, dude, you're not even charged until someone watches 30 seconds or more of that video. So if someone skips in 5 seconds, you're not charged anything. Mm-hmm. So if you do a good job of getting some lyrics out or a beat, but basically the big thing is introduce who you are so that people can eventually, day one, it doesn't mean anything. When they see you and it's a different piece of content on day 30, all of a sudden it's like, okay, who is this guy? And then by introducing yourself, if they skip every single time, you've hit them 50, 60 times, but you haven't been charged a dime because they've been skipping, and because you did a good job at saying who you are. Now they go search for who you are. We make sure that everything is on your website, good to go, and boom, you're leveraging Google and the ad platforms to grow. And I mean, you could do it so cleverly, like even after 10 seconds, be like, all right, this is done. Go ahead and hit skip, and then like get people to skip so that you're not charged anything. And even when you do, I mean, you're charged 2 or 3 cents for someone to watch 30 seconds or more. And so it's super powerful. And I mean, there's so much opportunity, and that's why I was stoked whenever you said you were coming in, because I think there's so much opportunity in the music industry to get out there. I mean, what are your thoughts on, you mentioned that a lot of your songs on the last album were tied to stories or things that happen. Have you thought about doing something like this and literally doing a podcast on each song to say, this is when it came to be, this is what I went through? I mean, I know you're doing it through your lyrics, but if you did something like this, you could even advertise the podcast, and then people are like, oh wow, that's a cool story, and we can find the targeting to be in line with if it was a drug addiction, you can figure out how to target people that kind of fall into that. And so it's like, once they hear that story about how you overcame it, and then it led to this song, all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, what song is that? And so it's tying into the things that you went through. How can you target the people that went through the same things? And when they hear that, oh wow, you're relatable. And that's the biggest thing that people want to see, is that you're relatable. And then it's, okay, who is this guy?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking of, because like I definitely want to talk to you more about, like, after this, about like the marketing side of things, because I definitely feel like you can help me out a lot. Yeah, no, I would love to. I've been looking for someone in the music industry, because it's like, there's no reason why you should give up 80% of your lifetime money because someone has the power to flip a few buttons and get your songs out there. Like, we can do it within platforms, and I think there's just so much opportunity out there. And like, I mean, it's kind of a selfish thing. Like, it'd be cool to be the one that helped the next big rapper get up there. Like, I think that would be cool to say. Like, I've never been, like, I'll never get in front of a mic and be able to do anything, but I love music. And so this would be my way of being able to, get into the music industry, I guess, in a way. And what the thing is, like, nowadays it's so much easier for you to be independent and be on your own, and because all you need, now you could they give you the opportunity to put all your music on Apple Music and Spotify and Tidal and all that stuff. And so once you put your music out there, it's on those platforms. Now you just have to work with the marketing side of things. And once you don't need those big time companies anymore on the marketing because now everything's through social media and internet, and so you just get connected with the right people and get your music pushed out there.
Exactly.
You're already on now.
That was the whole leverage of labels, is the distribution. But now it's like you can reach anyone and everyone because everyone is on some platform, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, like whatever it is, someone is consuming somewhere. And now you don't need to, they don't have the leverage anymore. And that's where things will get exciting, because then it's like, if you were to get that much money and give away 80% of it, like when you get bit, it would be hard to keep going, because it's like, man, I'm getting everything taken away from me. I mean, and so it's a way that, I mean, you could help kind of change music in a way, because they don't, you can help an artist and they don't get burnt out, and so now the just career of an artist is so much longer, and it just creates a better space, which then leads to better music, which everyone wants. And I'm sure that's why you started doing it, because you just love music. You love being the one that creates that good music.
Yeah, it's a different feeling. Like when you play, people playing your song and you just feel like the whole crowd going crazy, or like I remember I threw one of my unreleased songs on at my I threw like a Halloween party or New Year's party, and it was just like people going crazy.
I bet you're just looking around like, yeah, they're bobbing their head to me.
It's just an amazing feeling when people just love your music.
That's cool. So you mentioned you're coming out with another album. Have you already started on all the songs? Where are you at with everything?
Yeah. I'm just making as many songs as I can. Around that time, we'll probably dissect about like 10, 12 songs. But right now, we're just cranking out anything that we can right now.
How are you with just like, I guess, coming up with anything off the top of your head? And where I'm going with this is like, say you get a website, you have all your music on there, like with analytics, say you start popping in some little city in Utah, like through analytics, we can see that you're being listened to over there. What I would love to do is say, here you go, there's people listening. What can you do that is a song that relates to them out there? And then we can run ads in that location. And it's like, oh, who's this guy that's from Phoenix that all of a sudden knows this little town in Utah? And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, they're going to share it, which then they have friends in New York, but continually using analytics to help fuel, this is what people are listening to, this is where they are, like, can you come up with songs that are in line with who they are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like that's different because I never really looked at it like that. Never really thought about it like that. I do look at like the analytics and stuff, but I don't pay attention to like which cities are looking and which states are looking. But definitely when I make new songs, I hear a beat and I'll usually just make like a hook or something like that. I could make hooks all day, but it's like making the verses might take me some time and stuff, because like when I make a verse, I want it to be meaningful, and I want it to be powerful, and I want it to hit. So I don't want to just get on a verse and just say whatever and not mean anything, or it doesn't affect you. Like when you listen to my music, I want timeless music where no matter how old you are or where you're at, you could listen to it and you're gonna feel some type of way about it. And so every time I make a song, it's meaningful.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's, I mean, we talk about it quite a bit here. It's like the balance of quality and quantity. Like you can't be making 10 songs and only releasing one. I mean, it's tough to grow very big that way, but you can't be releasing everything you got because it's not the best. And so, what is like the hardest part of creating a song? Nothing hard. It's all easy.
I mean, I don't know, cause like sometimes I'll get stuck in like the same flow and it say the same things in like a couple of songs, and it's like the same content for like 2 or 3 songs. But usually I would just say, like, once again, just writing out the verses. Yeah. Like I could write verses, but I just want, like I said, I just want it to be so the verses would be great. Like every verse you hear from me, I want you to think like, oh, he hasn't had a bad verse yet. Yeah,
there was some time thought into.
Yeah, so I'm putting a lot of time into it and sitting down, making sure every word, every bar hits.
Nice. When is it supposed to come out? Summertime?
Summertime. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a specific date on it yet, but it's coming around summertime.
Nice. If there was anyone in the world that you could collaborate with, whether it be producer or another artist, what would be your? Oh my God, that's sick! I don't want this forever.
It would have to be Drake. That's my favorite artist of all time. So if I ever get the opportunity to get on the track with him, get any work with him done, that'd be a blessing. I definitely like on the producer side of things. I definitely want to see what Kanye is talking about on that because his beats are crazy.
Yeah.
His beats are crazy. Another producer is Tay Keith. And another artist I want to collab with is A Boogie. A Boogie, that's another one of my favorite artists. I feel like if I got on the track with him, we could make something special, real special.
Have you done anything to reach out or try?
I reached out to him a couple times. I sent him a couple of my tracks, asked him to listen. He didn't respond, but one day he'll respond, man. One day he'll respond. I keep reaching different celebrities, different people. I'm staying on them. I send my music to him. Email, Instagram. I'm on everything. Yeah, I'm on everything. Yeah, until they block me, or they respond. So I push all the A&Rs and anybody. I'm even sending out to different marketing companies, just trying to get help with marketing and stuff. So I'm reaching out to people, but it's just about getting the music heard. Yeah.
It's a grind. Nice. I had a question. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So here locally, is there anyone that you'd like to collaborate with? Anyone that you're not a fan of? How is the music scene here?
It's growing. It's getting better. It's growing. I feel like people are starting to wake up to the Arizona music scene and feel like that we're starting to build a foundation with the people in my generation, and people are just starting to show more respect towards the people making music in Arizona. I feel like in the next 4 to 5 years, you'll have a handful of artists, big time artists coming out of Arizona.
Awesome. You being the first one. You being number one?
I'm being number one, man. I'm coming for number one, man.
What you said, I'm stoked about that because even us, marketing and the tech sector, whatever it is, but just from a tech side, it's I feel the same thing in the next 4 or 5 years. I think just Phoenix is poised for, we're a big city. We're the 5th largest city, but when you think of the New York, Chicago's, all that, you don't think of Phoenix. And I think pretty soon, I don't know, Phoenix is producing a lot of good that we're going to be up there and known.
It's growing. It keeps on growing. It's going to get there. We just got to take some time. They said, I think last year they said Phoenix was the most moved to city in 2018.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and so a lot of people are coming, and it's gonna keep on growing and get bigger. And I feel like with all the people keep coming to Arizona, the music scene's only gonna grow bigger. So
nice.
I'm just looking forward to the opportunity.
Do you have any upcoming shows or anything?
Oh yeah. Let me check my phone. Let me check my phone. Let me check my phone. Oh, he got my phone. Let me check my phone.
Yeah, I'd love to come check it out.
Yeah. I think it's at the Monarch. It might be at the Monarch.
Okay. Where is that? That sounds super familiar. The Monarch?
It's downtown Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where it is. For some reason, I thought it was in Mesa. Oh, I think I'm thinking of...
Over it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw Chance the Rapper there.
Really?
When he was... there was 20 people probably, and yeah. It was when he first started getting big.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like acid rap just came.
Yeah. Yep.
The next show would be the South by Southwest on March 15th, and then I got another one at the Monarch on March 29th.
Nice. Nice. So do you, what's your overall goal with all this? Do you want to go on tour? Do you just want to sell albums or all of it?
I had a goal for one of my 2019 goals was to at least go on tour. I realized that with the going on tour, you would have to know I wouldn't say like know somebody. Well, you would have to know somebody that would be able to put you on their tour. Because I think at the stage of my career right now, it'd be hard to do a tour on my own.
Yeah, because you would have to reach out to each individual venue that you want to.
And then you have to
that's a lot of work.
fund for the whole tour, and so just trying to get that figured out would be a headache. And so I'm just gonna continue to work hard on my music and continue to push out my music, continue to collaborate with different artists. Different cities, and different. I'm trying to collaborate with a London artist right now. So I'm just trying to.
21 Savage.
Man, free 21. Yeah, but just trying to build my name out there as far as I can, collaborate with different people, because I feel like as long as I keep on working hard, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing any I don't even know if these are a thing, but something that's like a pop-up show, literally like 2 hours before, be like, hey, I'm gonna be here, and like kind of put on like a last minute show just out in a park or something, like basically. And where I'm going with it is like going back to the YouTube thing, the people that you could take the people that watch 30 seconds more of each of your tracks or whatever, and just be like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna be in this area, and kind of create some buzz, and maybe do it like every other week or once a month, but like eventually it'd be like, okay, who's this guy that is just showing up in random spots and then just kind of putting on like a 30-minute, 1 hour show, and just kind of, I'm here, I'm out. And then it's a way to, people will take pictures. I mean, people will be passing, and then it's just like, yeah, as you do it more, you'll get out there. I mean, is that, like I said, I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yeah, I did hear about it. I don't know if you're familiar with Blueface. He's a new artist out of California. Yeah, he just started popping. What he was doing, he was just going to the high schools, standing on top of his car and just performing. And so what he said is that he built his name up off of just going to
Who is this guy?
Just going to high schools, standing on top of his car performing, and they loved it. And he was just doing that all over the city. And so I definitely feel like I need to get out more, just try to build up my name more in different places. Like I said, it's just building that plan and putting that plan into place, and then we can get it executed.
Yeah, I think there's tons of opportunity. I would love to, see what we can do, because like I said, there's a lot of ideas that I have, and just haven't had the opportunity to meet someone. I met a few people, but it just never really took off. It was down, but then when it was like time to do the work, it's like, I'm doing this, or I'm going out of town, or there's always something that prevented doing stuff.
Yeah, it's a difference. That's what the thing is. I won't collaborate with you, or won't do a song with you if I know you're not gonna be 100% into the music business, because I'm 100% in, and I'm gonna give this track my all, but I don't know if you're gonna be serious about this and give this track your all, because it may not mean as much as it means to you, as it means to me. And so as if I don't see like anybody that's not serious about their craft, I will cut all ties with you.
Love it, because that's what we're doing here. I mean, even if it means walking away, it's like I love hearing people's why. Like, why did you start this? Why do you want to keep doing it? And if it's always just like, it's just about the money, or what you're saying is just about the money, that's not what I want to be around. Because, I mean, we're trying to do a lot of good stuff, and as you do more of that, a byproduct is money. So I'm not too worried about that. That'll come. What I want to do is 10 years from now be, oh yeah, that's the dude that can help someone get out there, or that's the company that can help. Like, if you want to grow and be something, like, this is the name that comes up. And I mean, to do that, it takes hard work, and you can't waste your time on people that are half-heartedly in, and then because then it's just you get a year in, it's like, this isn't my thing, and then it's like, okay, now you gotta find something new and then get something going again. And so the heart, and that's, I don't know, that's, I can't remember what video it was. There's something that I found of yours that's what I was like, I would love to do this, because there was something where you could just see the passion, what you were doing, and that's where it's like, this dude, he's trying to do something. And so
Appreciate that, man. But like I said, and then what you touched about a lot about the money. If you're just doing things for money, you're never gonna last, and you're never gonna enjoy what you do, and it's not gonna be fun to you. Money could definitely help a lot of situations out, but I don't think it would affect anything how I'm running my business or how I work about my music. Because if you listen to any of my songs, it's never about money or never about objects or glorifying things. It's all passion, and it's all about life experience, and I want people to feel what I'm saying. And so I'm just trying to work as hard as I can and try to build this foundation and see what we can get headed for this 2019 year.
Nice. Yeah. And as we kind of wrap up, would love to know, like, I mean, you kind of mentioned some of your 2019 goals, but like, what are a few things that, like, once you get to the end of the year, if you've done this, and this, you know that you had a good year? One of it, maybe going on tour.
Yeah, going on tour. I want to put out at least 2 more albums before the year is over. I also want to get the radio placement, not even just for in Arizona. I want it to be on worldwide. One of my main goals is to hit top Billboard 100. It's a reach,
nice.
But I'm striving.
Gotta
and
have something to reach for.
And what I've been doing is just like listening to different songs that's been number one in the top Billboard 100 and see like what made them number one. Like what's so great about this song, and just studying different songs, just trying to find my lane and find my way into this music industry.
Love it. Are you open to collaborating with others in other genres?
Yeah. It's a funny thing because my friend texted me the other day. He was like, "You should make a country song."
It's so funny. Whenever I was saying that, like the first thing that came to my head is just like country. I mean, that's such opposites that if you can do something that isn't like, goofy. I think.
I mean, if it hit,
think about it. I mean, that from a marketing perspective, if you're just rapping, the only people you're going to hit are people that enjoy rap. Where all of a sudden, boom, you get someone that's in country, you open up an entire audience to a genre, and then it's like you can get put on because their fans go, oh, you know what? This is a different kind of rap, that like whatever it may be, but you just open yourself up to being seen by so many more people.
That is true. That is true. But I don't think I know any country artists or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if I can make a country song.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be singing country. You'd have the rap part in there. I mean, I singing on
I don't know. It might feel weird or something like that. I don't know if I could do that. Yeah. But I could reach out to different genres. If it feels right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Nice. Well, I mean, that's everything that I had. Do you have any questions, any last burning things that you want to get out? I mean, usually at the end, give you the opportunity, who you are, give all your social media handles, and if you have a website, so.
Just make sure you go stream Another Beautiful Day, available on all platforms.
Another Beautiful Day?
Yes, sir. Spotify. It's not on SoundCloud though. Sorry.
Love it. Well, yeah, I mean that's everything I had. Like I said, I would love to chat after this, either now or later this week, whatever it may be. But I think there's tons of opportunity from a marketing perspective that you could do it for far cheaper than going with a label. And I mean, I say cheaper because you wouldn't have to be giving up 80% of all your stuff. And like I said, I would love it if we could help put someone on that's the next big thing. Like, that would be so cool. But yeah, I think there's tons of opportunity, especially, I mean, hearing some of your stuff and seeing the passion. I think that, there's some good collaboration or good synergy that we could do, and would love to see what we can do.
Yes, sir. We definitely talk. Thank you for having me. It's a blessing to be up here, and thank you for the opportunity.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, sir.